right? So namaste and welcome to all the masters who have come in for this session. My name is Ananti and I welcome you all for this K4 Knowledge sessions where we are sharing beautiful meditation along with a little bit of knowledge sharing, whatever we are learning every day. So the meditation which we are doing is called Anapanasati meditation. The Ana is the in-breath, Ana is the out-breath, and Satis just become one with your breath. We're not going to do anything difficult, just simply observing our breath. So dear masters, I feel that you are now regular to the session and we will just go on into this meditation now. So make yourself comfortable in a good sitting position. Be in the cross-leg position or the Sukhasana. The way we sit on a chair or a sofa, you can just sit and put your legs down and cross your legs, crossing at your ankles. If you're sitting on the floor, just sit in the cross-leg position and take the support of the sofa or a chair if you want to. Otherwise, just sit straight. That should be good enough. The hands go like this with fingers into fingers. Gently place them over on your lap. You can remove your spectacles if you're wearing. We are just going to keep our eyes closed. We are going to maintain mauna or silence. We will not be talking or chanting any kind of mantra now. Just simply observing our own natural breathing process. There is no forceful inhalation. There is no forceful exhalation. Nor we are going to hold our breath inside our body or outside. Just the simple breathing, whatever we're doing right now, we're just going to continue with it. We are going to get a lot of thoughts. Yes, what are we going to do? We are just going to bring our attention to our breath. Something for our mind to focus on. We are just going to focus on our breath. Whenever we realize that, yes, I have a thought, just bring your attention to your breath again. So that is what we are going to do again and again. So dear friends, we are just going to do this meditation for the next 20 minutes. And then we'll just share a little bit of knowledge, what we are gaining through our everyday experience by practicing this meditation. So dear friends, be seated comfortably. Keep that phone or any device which is a little bit of distraction. Just keep it in the silent mode. Just start observing your breath. Sit in the most relaxed position. Loosen your shoulders and just observe your breath. We will be just listening to some nice music now while we go into this beautiful meditation. Your friend, your master, and my dear God. We are all one, and we are going deep into our own self by this beautiful, easy, guided meditation where we are simply observing a simple, natural breathing process. Be with your breath. Be with your energy. Be with your true self. We enjoy that wonderful energy called breath as it gently goes inside our body and gently moves across to each and every cell of our miraculous body. Be with this energy. Be in this golden moment called the present moment, which is just now. Just feel the energy and enjoy this moment. Just let go of any thought. Let go of the past. Do not worry about that future. We are in the present moment, living the present moment and enjoying every bit of it. Our goal now is to simply observe our breath. Be with the flow, be with your energy. Last 2 minutes. Continue to observe your breath. We enjoy our breath as we become one with it. Our breath is our guru. Our breath is our guide. We just take the guidance from our guru, our breath, and follow it and discover the most beautiful self within our beautiful self. Last 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, gently place both your hands on your eyes for a few seconds. Completely relax and open your eyes whenever you're ready into that beautiful space you're sitting right now and with that amazing smile on your face.
Very wonderful session, madam. I welcome all of you to the Friday Wisdom Hour with association of Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy. So we are organizing this Friday Wisdom Hour. So every Friday from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. IST Indian Standard Time, we will have this Friday Wisdom Hour. So tonight, Ananti Madam will be taking Friday Wisdom Hour on the topic gratitude. Let me introduce you with her. She is very well known to everyone, but still, I will tell about her in few words. She is the director of Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy. She has organized more than 400 plus Zoom sessions, and she is practicing Anapanasati technique of meditation from past 10 plus years. So, great opportunity to listen from such a great spiritual master. Yes, madam. You can continue with today's session on gratitude.
Yes. Thank you, Master Srikanth. It is always a joy to join this K4 Knowledge sessions, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. And I welcome all the masters who have come in here and who are joining through web YouTube also. So, gratitude is one of the things which I just started following. I mean, we are being taught about it right from our young age. Yes, but do we really practice it every day? So that was the thought which I got. And with this meditation, obviously, yes, masters, we are in that state of being grateful. How many times we just keep oscillating? Can we just think about this gratitude? What is it? It is just a kind of a feeling which you actually get. It's a feeling, one of the feelings of being human. We are human beings, but being human, this one feeling called gratitude or thankfulness or gratefulness, which almost mean the same. That one feeling helps us to be human in nature. So when we see about this phrase, so just let's go to the beginning of how things are. So this word has been coined from the Latin word called gratus. It means being pleaseful or thankful. And what does it mean? So when does it arise? So this is that nice feeling what we get because of appreciation, or it is some kind of a positive response. It can be either through our laughter, smile, we express it in different ways by actually giving a gift. Why do we do it? Because we received something in the form of a kindness, a good gesture, as a gift or a help which we got from a friend or favor. And we are expressing our own self of that feeling of joy, and we express it in a nice way. And how do we practice this? Of course, we as parents, as adults, we teach children, especially when they are in the happy moment. Take an example of a birthday party. And yes, of course, we are the kid who's celebrating is receiving a lot of gift. But in the end, we do have this form of thanking a person by giving a return gift, isn't it? So we just imbibe that being grateful, being thankful from a very young age, slowly, slowly. And we also do it in many other functions, which is there in our culture. And if we see how this has happened, right from the beginning, it has been told to us from our ancestors, and our religions too have this being grateful in some form of the other, saying that prayer before you have that meal. It is also creates that beautiful feeling of being grateful. So a lot of research has been done into how this feeling of gratefulness actually helps. Does it really help, or does it not help, or what is the person it helps a person? So there is a lot of research which has been happening. And now the modern scientists have even found a term called positive psychology when they started doing a lot of study in this field of gratitude. How you do that in the field of psychology, that's called positive psychology. And this psychology actually reinforces the positive traits. What does this being grateful help us? It helps us to see the more positive side. I do not have a good relationship now or today with my partner. But when I be grateful for something, For this moment, we take an example. We take the example of being grateful for being in this moment. I start seeing the positive aspects of that partner or the friend who is not in good terms with me at this present moment. In the past, I have had lots of fun moments, happy moments with that person. But maybe now, because of something, I'm not having a great moment. But when I start being grateful, I start looking into the positive aspects, more of the positive aspects than the negative things about the person, which helps me to be in that mode of happiness. Yes, it is not a long time, but yes, it helps me to overcome the negativity which I have with that particular person. If not 100%, yes, it might take. I might be climbing up the 3 steps, but falling back that 1 step. It is okay. But being grateful actually helps us to appreciate more and more of what we have than what we do not have. We look into the strength of our own self than just looking into the negatives, like the rose which has the thorns in it. The thorns, though they look like they are the negative aspect of the beautiful rose, they are the ones which actually help the flower to bloom, help the flower to protect itself from the dangers when it is just not in a protected garden, but say it is growing in a forest or some place where it is not protected. It helps, gives that protection, isn't it? So this being gratefulness helps us to overcome the problem. Just take away the thorns and bloom into that beautiful fragrance. It helps us to find that inner peace which is there inside of us. We need not search anywhere. It's there inside of us. But we are always spiraling ourselves and dragging ourselves down by thinking of something as problem, 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 here, there, everywhere. But if we start looking at things differently and add this gratefulness into that thought, slowly we are able to come out of it, of anything which we call as problem, take it as a learning, and we are able to come out of it slowly, gradually, very beautifully. And now, when we think about being grateful, is it similar to being in debt with the other person? Say you're receiving some favor or help or anything from the other person. When you feel that you have to return it back to that person, you feel that you have to pay it back, then you feel in debt. But when you are naturally grateful, when you do not have that feeling that I have been indebted, I have to pay back for that other person, slowly, slowly, the relationship between you and the other person increases. So there is a possibility that when you're having that feeling that you have to pay that person, say there is a loan between you and the other, your friend, and you have to pay it back. You might even not pick up that call of that friend when you are not able to pay that loan, whichever you've taken. Your friend has given you. You need not give it back to me. This is a gift from my side. But in your own self, you are having that feeling that I have to pay it back, repay, pay it back, repay. But instead, yes, one day you're of course going to pay it back. That feeling is there strongly within you. But each and every time when you are looking at that friend with that gratefulness, instead of that fear of not being able to repay, of course, we will be able to pull us up from that low path of we are not having sufficient money to pay, of course, we will be able to find out ways beautifully to repay the person. Of course, even though the person is not expecting, we can give it back as a gift. The person has given you as a gift, you repay it back as a gift, of course. But when we are in this feeling of being grateful, we strengthen the relationship between that friend and ourselves. Each and every time we talk to the friend, we are grateful. And that gratefulness, of course, increases the positivity between us and slowly helps us to grow and learn. And of course, everything goes on beautifully. So this is that small difference where the fear comes in the indebtedness, where happiness is there in the act of being grateful. So this is a small example which I wanted to share. When we talk about being grateful, it helps us to be a feeling, that emotion, which helps us to motivate and behave. The social behavior of our own self increases in a very nice way. There was an experiment conducted by a group of scientists where they had to involve a few shopkeepers, and what they did was they told the shop to call the customers who came for shopping to themselves and then ask them to talk about their offers and their sales. They saw very marginal increase of about 30% increase in their sales. But when the shop owners were asked to call the customers and say thank you for the shopping which they have already done, and then spoke a little bit about the promotion, whatever they're offering, their sales increased to more than 70% of the customers. They just came back again and again to the same shop. So this is that powerful power of that gratitude, being thankful, and you in turn get a lot, not only for others, a more for your own self. Saying that simple word of thank you might be like a big thing. Many times when you are in anger, you're not able to say that thank you to the other person. But if we start practicing the thank you by just not forgiving, but just forgetting the whole of the incident, slowly, we will be able to come out of it. This being gratefulness helps us than the other person. It does a lot of good for our own self than for the other person, because it helps us to be more open with that friend, to be more positive in our emotions. Yes, of course, I am angry now, and I want to shout at that person. But now I'm practicing this gratitude. So what do? I need to tell the person the message. Yes, I do it. But I do not talk in a tone which hurts the other person. The person spoke in a tone to me for which I'm not really happy about it. Now I do not talk in the same tone which came to me to the other person, because I have added this gratitude into my routine and I'm happy. Why? Because that person who spoke harsh about me has done a lot of good things to me, and I'm very happy about it. So I just tone down and I bring in that smile in my face and I convey the message Yes, I did not like it, whatever you said or spoke, whatever you did. And you convey the message in a very nice way. So slowly, this turns my environment into a very beautiful garden, into a very happy garden. I myself bring in that change in myself. I become more happy slowly. I would like to share a short example which we might have heard also. There was a blind man who was sitting in a corner of a street with a board saying that I am blind, please help. And he had put in his hat in front of him, and there were a few coins and a few notes which were there inside of it. A younger man who was just passing by saw that board, took it, and wrote something nice on that board, and then left it near that person, and then walked away. Within few minutes, a lot of coins and a lot of notes started falling in for that person. The blind man was very surprised as into what was written. He did not know. So this young person who had written in the morning came back in the afternoon, going back home, stopped by this person, and the blind man was able to recognize with the footsteps of this young person. He said, "Hey, you are the person. You wrote something in my board. So what did you write?" The young man said, "I just wrote that it is a beautiful today. It is a beautiful day, and I'm not able to see it." So when you see, the first message was, "I am blind, please help." Second message was, "It is a beautiful day, I'm not able to see it." Both convey the same message. But the first one just says that I am blind, please help. Second message has in a lot of gratitude, which is untold, that it is a beautiful day. You people are able to see it while I'm not able to see. And you are grateful for such a wonderful thing which is happening in your life. So when we add gratitude into our everyday life, slowly, we are able to bring in a lot of positivity into our own life. So here, I would like to add a little bit of my own personal experience. Of course, we are being grateful in our life, but after coming into this meditation, I actually started observing this benefit of being grateful in my everyday life. The first thing which got better in me is the feeling of happiness the gratitude brings us. When we are saying that beautiful word, say thank you for anything, for someone who has opened the door in a shop or just giving us the groceries, of course, we cannot say it with that frowning face, as if like we always bring in that beautiful smile. So we smile more. So I started smiling more by incorporating this gratitude into my life. And to just practice this gratitude, if you ask me, it is not easy. Okay, sometimes it is a little bit difficult. And so sometimes we do some kind of exercises. And one kind can be this journal writing, where you are grateful for what you have been going through and you write it down. Take a book, keep a separate book called journal writing for this journaling of this wonderful feeling of being grateful. You just start writing for what good happened to you. So by writing this, once you are bringing it up in your mind, and while writing, we are putting in our full attention. We are becoming mindful of what had happened, and we focus on experiencing that incident once again. So we are rewiring our brain circuits more by doing this journaling. So the more we want to become good at something, we practice that more, isn't it? While if I want to become a great basketball player, I spend more time in playing that basketball, shooting, and everything. If I want to become a person filled in with a lot of love and I want to share it with other people, I practice. And being grateful helps us to become more loving. We are not like loving for other person. We first start loving our own self, which is missing in many people. When we talk to friends, many times we do observe that they talk good about the other person, but when they talk about their own self, they put them down. So we start loving our own self in a very nice way. We start understanding ourselves. We start knowing our plus points, our positives. And with that, we know our negatives, what we call as scope for improvement. We understand it and we improve our talent in our positive, and we slowly understand our whole self. Yes, we are having both the positive and the negative nature in ourselves, and we balance it by improving our negativity. If we are that angry person, we just understand it and replace it with that beautiful smile. So, dear friends, we are in the time now. So, we are learning a lot by doing this meditation every day, and by adding this small pinch of gratitude in our everyday life, we actually help ourselves more and help others also more. When we help our own self, we help others slowly. How? We spread that positivity, that happiness, that freshness, that energy which is there within us, and we become that epicenter. And in our environment, we just bring in that smile. So try to add in this gratitude into your life. And of course, we can be that sunshine which someone is waiting for. And I would just like to add on with just one game. Okay, so what we can introduce in our game, in our parties or functions, whichever we do. This game is called appreciation chair. Okay, so when we are meeting together as a family, this is one example as to how we can just reinforce that grateful feeling in our lives by just having something interesting. So we have this called appreciation chair, where one person sits in that chair. And what do the other people do? They start telling the good things, the moments for which they were grateful for, the kindness act which they received from the person who's sitting on the chair, which happened either during that year or in the past few years. You can just combine, and we just say something nice about the person, and we just take turns. And what happens? Just imagine the environment when you are seated in that chair and people say something which you never expected that person to tell about you. The kindness, the food which you served, say it might have been, say, 3 years ago, but that person remembers that you put in that extra effort from your side. Even though you were tired, you and your friend returned back from some exhausted trip, but you put in that extra effort to cook a meal and serve your friend, and your friend remembers that. You might have forgotten it, but the friend remembers it. And just imagine what a feeling, wonderful feeling it brings you, that attachment, that emotion between you and the friend. So many things like this. So, dear friends, I think we are time up. So, Master Shrikant, how is it? So, can I go in for another few minutes? Or
Yeah, you can go ahead, ma'am.
okay, so I would just like to tell some 8 practical points which we can practice as gratitude in our everyday life. What we can do to practice gratitude. How can we practice gratitude in our everyday life? So, first thing is, we don't be picky. We start appreciating everything. We have many goals in our life. Okay. So if I have one goal, say big goal, that I need to construct a house by the end of 2 years. I have a goal like that. But now, instead of waiting for that big thing, that only when I do my Graha Pravesha of my house and I enter the house and I live in the house, I'll be happy, instead of waiting for that big moment. If I start looking at small things, like say, okay, now I got a land, or I got that flat, or I am just looking at flat, small things which I start looking forward, instead of waiting for that big moment, start appreciating the small things. When I start appreciating that beautiful smile, I sit with my child and start spending the time listening carefully. When we start appreciating all the beauty, yes, you go out, it is cold out there, but what else do you expect in a cold season? You just appreciate the small things. You just wear that nice sweater and you enjoy that beautiful feeling of being in the cold. You just arrange a campfire and you enjoy the climate with your friends. Start appreciating the small things. It does make a big difference. Not totally in your own life, but yes, of course, in others' lives too. The second thing would be like finding gratitude in your challenges. We do not say it as a problem or nor even as a challenge. We just do learnings. We have learnings. When we are in this thankful mode, when this thankful button is on here in our head, we are more positive in our outlook. We just look forward for more positive experiences. And yes, we might have slipped down, but yet we learn. We keep learning and we find out what went wrong. Yes, of course, and we correct it and we pull ourselves up and move forward. So we start finding gratitude. The step which took us down has given a very important lesson as to what should not be done. So we take in that beautiful lesson, we learn, and we come out beautifully. So the next one I would like to share is like practicing mindfulness, like whatever you do, be more mindful, whether it is a singing activity or a cooking activity, or you are in your project work, or spending the time with your child or with your pet. Listen carefully, give your complete attention, be mindful of whatever we are doing, be in the present moment. Being grateful helps us to be more into the present moment. We feel more happy when we are in the present moment. We might have spent that 10 minutes listening to the chatter of the child. But yet, if you see the beautiful smile on the face of the child, obviously it's very contagious. You also start smiling. So we are grateful for moments like that. The next thing is, as I told you, we keep the gratitude journal. It helps us to remember what had happened. We might be having that low moment also. Sometimes take that journal book and just go through. Read through all the wonderful times you have had, all the things you were grateful for, what good things have happened to you. It helps us to motivate us. We do not go anywhere else. Everything is there. But that gratitude journal which you wrote helps you to motivate your own self, put back the past again, and helps you to move forward. The next thing is volunteering. When we are more grateful, we want to give back more, isn't it? So this volunteering is a wonderful thing. You can give back to the society in many, many different ways. And teaching meditation, of course, is the best way, and which I would also suggest you all to take up. Next thing which gratefulness brings us is it helps us to express ourselves completely. Many times, even this expressing gratitude, simple thank you, is a little difficult. Many people who are in that very close relationship between a husband and wife, how many times do we say that thank you? We do not, isn't it? And even if we feel that the other person has done something very nice for us, how many times are we open and happy to say that thank you to the other person who was there with us every day? We are able to say thank you to some unknown person, but with the person who's there with us every day in, day, night, are we able to express that? So we learn to express when we are more into this grateful mode. We learn to express our own self. Gradually, we discover that fragrance, beautiful fragrance. We replace the negativities, whatever is there, slowly, slowly in our life with our beautiful, positive things. The next thing is when we are grateful, we are able to spend time with our loved ones in a very fulfilling way, with a feeling of gratitude in the moment, with our friends, with our family. We are able to show that nice act. We are able to give that beautiful present to that other person. We are able to express that we care for the other person by just even not even doing anything, but just staying with that person when the other person low, just giving that comforting hug helps. It goes a long way. So the last thing which I would like to share is this being gratefulness helps us to improve our own happiness in other areas of our own life. There are many ways in which we can be happy. Example, if someone is a runner, a marathon runner, running can bring in a lot of joy. If you have this painting as a hobby, yes, of course, this can give you a lot of joy. When you are in this mode of gratefulness, we are in this wonderful flow of this and the hormonal flow, and we are able to increase the positivity in our life, and slowly we keep rewiring our own brain by just emphasizing about the more positive things in our life. So the negativity goes out slowly and the positivity comes into us slowly by just practicing this small, simple act of gratefulness in our everyday life. So, dear friends, I am very grateful now for being along with you all, and I'm able to share what I have been learning and practicing it. And thank you all for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And dear friends, if you have any questions or so, we can just take it up now.
And I would say, like, we are very grateful to have your session today on gratitude. We learned a lot on gratitude.
Thank you, Master Shrikant. That was nice of you.
So I request all the masters who are online, if you have any doubts or you want to share anything about today's session, you are free to share. Yeah, madam, we will expect many more sessions from you.
Yes.
On Friday Wisdom Hours, we look forward to have more sessions from you. So next session we will have the session of Dr. Shivarama garu, Brahmarshi Shivarama. So and we are encouraging all the students of PSSA, Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy, those who have completed level 1, level 2, and level 3. They also can come forward and they can utilize this opportunity and speak something about what they have learned in their courses. So, and of course, our GC members also can come forward and they can take one of this session on Friday. So, like this, we are like getting the knowledge from all the masters. So, in this manner, we are going. So, yes, masters, I think, yeah, I think someone said something. Okay, I think there are no doubts. But yes, you can always contact Ananthi madam or contact me and send your questions, and I will forward those questions to Ananthi madam, and she will directly either write you back or she will answer your sessions on her next session. Maybe she will be our regular visitor on Fridays now. So, yes.
Okay, thank you, Master Shrikant. That was really nice of you. Yes, Masters, I'm available and I'm ready to take your questions. And we can always have a great discussion on this topic. It really helps to increase our own knowledge by each and every question. So, thank you, Master Shrikant, for just organizing. And this is a great initiative which you have taken to just promote the students to become teachers who are learning a little bit more every day. So thank you for your initiative.